Hello everyone, I'm Katie. Welcome to UK Life Express. Today is the 30th of December. Let's take a look at the key stories and today's weather across the UK. Police shooting in Thetford, fatal incident following a two-car collision. House fire in Stroud claims 3 lives, including children aged 4 and 7. Housing policy under pressure, Prime Minister Keir Starmer struggles to give clear examples. London gambling ad ban questioned, data shows betting firms still spent nearly £5 million. Now, let's take a quick look at today's UK weather. Most parts of the UK will see cloudy, dry but cold conditions today. High pressure is keeping rainfall chances low, although cloud cover will be fairly thick, with only occasional sunny spells. Temperatures will reach around 3 to 6 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to 1 to 3 degrees Celsius overnight, making it feel noticeably cold in the early morning and evening. Winds will be light to moderate, mainly from the east or northeast. And in exposed areas the wind chill will make it feel colder. Weather officials warn that frost may form in some areas overnight and early in the morning, so drivers should be cautious of slippery roads. That's the UK weather update for today. If you're heading out, wrap up warm. Here is a police shooting incident in the UK that has attracted significant public attention. The incident took place in Thetford, Eastern England, in the county of Norfolk. Police say that after a collision involving 2 vehicles, a man later became involved in a confrontation with officers and was fatally shot by armed police at the scene. According to initial information, the area was fully cordoned off following the incident, with multiple police vehicles and ambulance crews attending. Police stressed that the situation escalated rapidly, and that armed officers acted based on an immediate risk assessment. The case has now been formally referred to the Independent Office for Police Conduct, which will examine several key issues, including whether the use of force was justified and followed procedure, whether there was an immediate threat to life at the moment shots were fired, how officers handled the initial road traffic collision. Police shootings in the UK are extremely rare. According to publicly available statistics, fatal shootings involving police firearms usually occur in single-digit numbers each year, and every case is subject to an independent investigation. Police have urged the public not to speculate while inquiries are ongoing, and to wait for the full findings to be released. The local community has expressed shock at the incident, and some roads in the area may take time to fully reopen. We will continue to follow developments in this Thetford police shooting case. If you want to stay updated with same-day UK news, remember to subscribe to and follow our channel. The incident occurred in Stroud, in southwest England, within the county of Gloucestershire. Police and fire services have confirmed that a severe house fire resulted in the tragic deaths of 1 woman and 2 young children, aged 4 and 7. The fire broke out in the early hours of the morning, when most residents were still asleep. Gloucestershire Fire and Rescue Service responded with multiple fire engines and crews, but the blaze spread rapidly, filling the property with dense smoke and making rescue efforts extremely challenging. According to official UK fire safety statistics, residential fires account for more than 70% of fatal fires nationwide, and nighttime fires carry a significantly higher risk because occupants are asleep. Fire authorities have once again reminded households to install and regularly test smoke alarms, ensure electrical appliances are safe and all sources of ignition are switched off before going to bed. Police have stated that the incident is not being treated as suspicious at this stage, but the cause of the fire remains under investigation. Forensic teams and fire investigators are conducting a detailed examination of the scene. The local community has been deeply affected, with residents laying flowers in tribute. Police have also urged the public to respect the family's privacy and avoid unnecessary speculation. We will continue to bring you updates on the investigation into the Stroud House fire as more information becomes available. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has come under heavy criticism in Parliament in recent days over what opponents say is a lack of detail in his housing policy. The exchange took place during Prime Minister's questions, where opposition MPs pressed him directly on one key issue. Which specific housing projects does the government plan to acquire? However, in his response, Starmer failed to name any concrete schemes or locations, instead reiterating that the government has a long-term plan and is working with local authorities. This immediately drew criticism from MPs in the chamber, who accused the government of plenty of slogans but few real examples. According to official figures and multiple UK think tanks, the country is facing a shortage of more than 4 million affordable homes. The average age of first-time buyers has now risen to over 34, while average rents have increased by more than 20% over the past 5 years, making housing pressure one of the top concerns for voters. Opposition parties argue that without clear details on numbers, regional distribution, and timelines, the policy lacks credibility. The governing party has pushed back, dismissing the criticism as political maneuvering, and insisting the plans are still being developed. Analysts say that as the cost of living crisis and housing shortage continue to intensify, housing policy is set to become one of the main battlegrounds in UK politics in the months ahead. Separately, London Mayor Sadiq Khan recently announced plans to restrict or even ban gambling-related advertising across the capital's public transport network, aiming to protect young people and vulnerable groups and reduce the risk of gambling addiction. However, new data suggests a significant gap between policy intentions and reality, raising fresh questions about how effective the measures will be in practice. According to publicly available information, over the past year several gambling companies have continued to spend close to £5 million on advertising across Transport for London, TfL, sites, including underground stations, bus stops and outdoor advertising spaces. The advertising has included sports betting promotions, online casino brand exposure, marketing language such as welcome bonuses. Critics argue that the current so-called ban only targets certain wording or direct gambling messages, allowing betting companies to continue appearing across the public transport network through brand-only advertising and carefully worded promotions. UK research shows that more than 40% of problem gamblers were first exposed to gambling through advertising or sports sponsorship. With over 11 million public transport journeys made in London every day, the potential impact of these ads is significant. Several MPs and advocacy groups have questioned whether the policy truly protects the public, or is merely a political gesture. TfL has responded by saying that current advertising arrangements comply with existing policy guidelines, but it has not directly addressed the controversy surrounding the near £5 million figure. The issue has once again sparked public debate. Does London's gambling advertising ban really have any teeth? Alright, that's today's UK Daily Brief. If you find this kind of same-day UK news and lifestyle updates useful, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We bring you what's happening in the UK clearly and quickly, every day. I'm Chloe, see you tomorrow on UK Daily Brief.